very important subject, sustainable investing, impact investing. Now, environmental social governance is the major thrust. Climate revolution, if I use the expression, is driving the whole world now. G7, G20 have all focused. Politics and economics is now converging to protect this planet. Now, what is sustainable investments? The difference between sustainable investments and impact investment is the first thing we should know. Then we look at the investing patterns. We'll focus on impact investing, various types of investments, what are they, how ESG investments happened for the last year, 2020, what are the changes coming under the ESG. All this we are going to discuss. First of all, difference between sustainable investing and impact investing. Sustainable investments look mainly at the company operations and determine whether they have positive environmental, social and governance, ESG metrics, or at least no negative metrics. So it's all positive. Sustainability calls for positivity. So what are the various indicators? As long as there is no negative metrics, it becomes a sustainable investments. On the other hand, impact investing pays more attention to the actual products and services to a company offering that have a more direct impact in the areas of sustainability and social welfare. An impact investing company still has to have a very sound environmental, social, and again, governance priorities. For example, carbon emission reduction is impact investing. It is focused mainly on selling solutions, products, services that helps world achieve its sustainability goals. So it is important, impact investing. In general, sustainable investing allows the investors to ensure that they are not investing in companies with a net negative impact. For example, air pollution. Whereas impacting investing ensure that there is a net positive impact that is contributing to green climate. So essentially, the impact investing is all about contributing to green climate. It could be tree planting, investing on forestation. Whereas a net negative impact is showing in air pollution. So if I explain the various investing patterns, there are many opportunities. Traditional investing, responsible impact investing, sustainable impact investing. So thematic impact investing, impact first investing, and the overall the philanthropic mission. So the competitive returns, if you look at objectively, ESG risk management, enterprise risk integration is equally important. ESG opportunities, when there is a risk, there are opportunities as well. Maximum impact solutions. So when it comes to traditional investing, they seek financial returns regardless of the ESG or governance factors. When it comes to responsible investing, investments are screened based out of ESG risk. The negative screens are tobacco, alcohol, weapons, gambling, pornography, and nuclear energy. These are all responsible investing. We will not invest in all these areas. That becomes a responsible investing. Now, sustainable impact investing, sustainability factors and financial returns drive investment selection. Factors to be considered are, for example, carbon footprint, again, resource use, waste reduction, compensation, product safety, gender equality. They are all sustainable impact investing. When it comes to thematic, targeted themes and financial returns drive investment selection. For example, climate change, population growth, urbanization, water scarcity, food systems. They're all going to be part of the category thematic impacting. Impact investing, first investing, if you look at social environmental considerations take precedence over financial returns. That is innovation and risk-taking proof of concept. Very important. It is important we understand the enabling environment, commercial capital leverage is equally important. The philanthropy as a whole, if you look at it, financial returns disregarded in favor of social environmental solutions. There could be ups and downs. These are commercially viable, but there could be changes. And that's what exactly shown. Now, what are the sectors focused by impact investing? Impact investments are focusing on financial access, microfinance, and energy. Energy security is required, especially around the world, including emerging economies, which are incrementally growing. So, focusing on energy, focusing on microfinance, financial access. Traditional philanthropic sectors such as healthcare and education. Investment in clean energy, wind, solar, small hydropower generations. So let's look at what are the various types of investments. The common types of investment include green bond, socially responsible exchange-traded funds, ETF, private sector impact investments. So ESG-minded business practices have gained more traction, and investment firms are increasingly tracking their performance, providing different options for investors. Equities. So green stocks are becoming more competitive due to the growth of climate awareness. We have to understand advancing technologies and low cost of clean tech. Investments in the equity form is happening, and it's very competitive. When it comes to green bonds, debt issuance again, the projects that are funded by green bonds are focused on energy efficiency, pollution reduction, transportation, innovation in green technologies. Very important. It could be seed, it could be mezzanine financing, wherever you want to finance, but the debt issuance collected by institutions and then redeployed. Exchange traded funds, that's a major opportunity. ETF or investment funds that are being traded on stock exchange much in the same way as stocks. We have ETFs coming for green bonds. Hedge funds. Hedge fund managers are prioritizing ESG to keep us with the investors' demand, ensuring following the ESG criteria that is centered in corporate values and sustainable productions. Now, if you look at last year, ESG funds captured 51.1 billion new money from the investors in 2020, a record and more than double than the previous year. In 2019, investors funneled roughly 21 billion into the funds that apply environmental, social, and governance principles. ESG funds could get further boost if Biden administration seeks to make it easier for business to offer sustainable funds to employees and other workplace retirement plans. That is very important. Now, what are the changes coming? That's very important equally. Organized efforts in responsible investing can be tracked in many forms. It has been happening for the last 10 years plus. These approaches, which focused on screening out companies seen as doing specific kinds of harms, later came under socially responsible investing, or SRI. Now, Sharia-based, for example, Sharia-based lending has criteria. Some ethical governance required even in other form of governance. So over time, it's not only commercial objectives, social risk management has to be factored. That's the message. Over time, more companies adopted corporate social responsibility policies amidst increasing scrutiny of their business practices. Some investors also advocate that what became known as impact investing, as they sought to make positive impact on their world rather than just avoid the bad stuff. The big change under the ESG is S3, CSR, and impact investing now coming under a single umbrella, just as ESG has been embraced by policymakers, regulators, even big number of investors. So it is here to stay. It is here to add value to the planet. Let's get into the mold of protecting this planet, and we will do everything possible through exchange traded funds and other means to protect this planet for our children and grandchildren.